Next on The Originals.
Hey, we're in the Windy City.
My tour of America's oldest and greatest restaurants takes me to Chicago.
Come on, baby. Come to Daddy. Oh.
With 3 storied restaurants that were blessed by Frank Sinatra himself.
The phone jack there, if need be, a phone could be plugged in for him.
On this episode, I'll be quaffing some beer at a German-American landmark.
Check this out. The very first license after Prohibition. Chowing down on some Chicago-style ribs. Slow and low with a lot of love. And dropping in on the oldest steakhouse in Chi-Town. I can't wait to sit down myself and tear into one of these babies.
So here's to a true original city.
Do you eat the same thing every day?
I drink the same thing every day.
Chicago, my kind of town, baby.
If you're going old school in Chicago, you gotta start in Old Town, where the city was founded in 1833. It's home to St. Michael's Church, one of the few buildings to survive the Great Fire of 1871, as well as the iconic Second City Comedy Troupe. And in a town known for its meatpacking, it's also the place for bona fide Chicago barbecue.
Since 1932, Twin Anchors has been serving up some of the best baby back ribs in Chicago.
Paul Tuzzi has co-owned Twin Anchors with his sisters for over 30 years.
Hi.
Emeril,
Paul, how you
you
doing?
made it. Good to see you.
How's everything?
Everything's great.
They weren't always so welcoming here. The Prohibition era wasn't exactly the best time to open a booze joint. They called the place Tanty Lee Soft Drinks and served booze on the sly. Big shots and wise guys had to know the password to get in.
If the place got raided, there was an escape door here built right into the wall. They would unlock this panel.
Wow.
Kick that open, and that got them out into the hallway, and they could escape upstairs into the apartments or out into the street.
That's amazing.
Eventually, the name changed to Twin Anchors Restaurant. One of the founders, Captain Herb, was a harbor master who helped come up with the nautical theme. But it didn't become a true Chicago original until the chairman of the board blessed it with his presence.
The first big-time celebrity that came in that really put the place on the map, so to speak, was Frank Sinatra.
That's actually a shot of him at Twin Anchors, huh?
Yes, this was where Frank Sinatra would sit. There was actually the phone jack there because that was long before cell phones, but this way a phone could be plugged in for him. And tipped very generously, from what I understand. If you so much as emptied the ashtray, you probably got $100.
Hey, you can't put a price on good taste, and Twin Anchors is big on taste. Barbecue chicken, pulled pork, and their famous baby back ribs.
First of all, the quality of these ribs look incredible. They're meaty. What's the seasoning now from here?
It's a little bit of paprika.
This is the secret spice.
This is what gives it the flavor.
They also use ovens around here, as opposed to smokers, which are popular in the South.
Check this out.
This is what the ribs look like when they're done.
So this is what?
About 5 hours.
5 hours now, okay.
What we do is we wrap them in plastic
To contain a little steam and the juices in there. Wow. Look how crazy tender this is.
After the ribs have done their time in the oven, the baton is passed to Chef Dwight at the grill.
Take the ribs, throw them on the grill. This whole process will probably take 7 to 10 minutes.
But you must baste them at the very end.
Yes.
You don't want the barbecue sauce to burn.
Right.
But most people make the mistake at home when they're applying barbecue sauce to whether it's chicken, burgers, or in this case, ribs. Wait till the end to apply the barbecue sauce because the sugars inside of the barbecue sauce, that's what's gonna burn.
Twin Anchors makes 3 varieties of barbecue sauce: mild, zesty, and the ultra-hot Prohibition sauce, made from ghost pepper, which some call the hottest pepper in the world.
Oh, I wish you could smell it. I feel like I'm right in the middle of the backyard right now. Amazing. It's not overdone with smoke. The great thing about these ribs is you can 100% taste the meat of them, the quality of the rib.
Add it all up, and these ribs have been voted #1 in Chicago in countless city polls.
They're falling off the bone, they're delicious, the flavor is wonderful, the texture's great, and the sauce is fantastic.
Outstanding.
So we've learned how Twin Acres does old school Q, but there's still one unanswered question. What's up with the sign? Positively no dancing?
Well,
There's got to be a story to that.
of course. In Twin Acres, everything is a story. We have a jukebox in Twin Acres, and back in the 70s, when it was the disco heyday, people would come in and they want to dance the hustler, and it gets crowded, and they knock into the waitresses, and ribs would be flying, and the beer would be flying, and so one of our hostesses put a sign together, and it actually worked. People stopped dancing, and it became our unofficial motto.
So now the jukebox just plays,
Yes.
but no dancing.
But no dancing. Positively no dancing.
Hey, Twin Acres could be a poster child for Chicago. Great food, great people, great neighborhood. That's how they do it here in Chi-Town.